Hey, how's it going, everybody? And welcome to the Channel X E3 PlayStation report. I guess a wrap up. I don't know how you gonna call it. Um, we'll call it the PlayStation E3 wrap up. I am your host, Tom Dog 247. As always, I'm Tom Dog all day and Tom Dog all night. All right, so you're probably wondering, you're. I know the question on your mind is that, Tom, but PlayStation didn't do a E3 briefing. Right, you are. But they did post. PlayStation still post some trailers for E3 on their YouTube channel. So they had something, but it was weak. you know. With that being said, that with them not having an E3 briefing this year, they missed out on that. I'm still treating it like they did and everything. So, I'm not gonna leave anything out from PlayStation and everything. I'm not. I'm just, basically, they had some, there's some games I haven't talked about that's coming to the PlayStation as well. So I feel necessary that it needs to be discussed because got so I'm feeling like that PlayStation did show something, even though they didn't have like a press conference or whatever. And with that being said, we'll talk about some of the games that they showed on their thing. Starting with Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I'm kind of cheating on this one because this wasn't at there was no mention of this at E3 at all. Activision didn't really do anything. Which is kind of surprising because they got Crash Team Racing coming out soon, and which we're going to get to later on in this show. But Call of Duty Modern Warfare should have been discussed somewhere, at least. I mean, I know that it's going to be there's going to be some exclusive content coming to the PlayStation first before it hits the Xbox and PC. I understand that, but they could have at least shown something. But I finally got a chance to see the Call of Duty trailer, and the game's coming out in October. Game looks from what we saw in the trailer, it looks amazing. It looks really, really good. So I'm looking forward to it. First game I looked at, it was Persona 5 Royal. They showed off a trailer to that. Game looks pretty good. I never played any of the Persona games, but with Joker being being a push character, and plus also him being a character on Smash, really says a lot and everything, and a lot of hype for Persona and everything. So it is actually pretty cool. PlayStation also showed off Control. Game looks pretty interesting. These are all trailers, so there's hardly any gameplay footage or anything like that. Um, so these games look very interesting. They showed off Control. Looks very interesting and everything like that. Might check it out. The Surge 2. Never played the first one, but the Surge 2 looks very interesting and something that definitely got to pick up. And then of course Activision showed off another trailer to Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, the remaster, of course, of Crash Team Racing. They showed off another mode, which is Grand Prix, Grand Prix mode looks amazing. Looks really, really awesome. Um, it's going to be a little bit more competitive in this one, so be on the lookout for that when it comes out. Um, Ari and the Secret of Seasons was the next trailer I saw. Um, Game looks pretty interesting. Can't say nothing bad about that. Up next, Lost World Beyond the Page. Lost Words, not Worlds. Sorry. Very, very interesting story. Interesting indie title. The object of the basis of this game is that you're a child who wants to become a writer when she grows up, and her grandmother have written a story, and upon completion, her grandmother is feeling kind of ill, is in the hospital feeling ill, and your job is to go to bring this story to your so that she can bring. It's a very touching game. A little emotional. The game was very emotional and everything. So something definitely got to pick up. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I didn't really know that that Ubisoft did anything regarding to Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I didn't know that there was going to be anything going on with Assassin's Creed, to be honest with you, besides sorry, I'm doing this kind of late here. Been very busy all day today. So yeah, the Assassin's Creed Odyssey, they have there's an episode 2, The Fate of Atlantis, and it's out now actually. Very, very interesting. I wasn't really expecting that they were going to show anything for Assassin's Creed, but boy was I wrong. And I'm surprised they didn't really show nothing at the Ubisoft briefing, that from what I saw. Kind of weirded out by that. So it is what it is, I guess. Up next is Code Vein. Very interesting looking game. Not bad. Then there was a trailer for Samurai Showdown. 2D fighter, looks really, really good. I'm into fighting games and everything, and Samurai Showdown looks really, really good. Looking forward to picking this up. Then they showed off an update for Beat Saber, which is a virtual reality game. Everybody knows by now what Beat Saber is. It's like it's kind of like Guitar Hero and Rock Band. Is like but in this case you're controlling sabers, and it's like Dance Dance Revolution as well too. So kind of like that. They announced Beat Saber has announced a new music pack in form of Imagine Dragons. The trailer looks amazing, really, really good. The game looks very interesting also too, because it's kind of Star Wars esque, because you're using lightsabers and stuff like that. So it's very interesting to see. It's a really, really cool game. A lot of feedback about this game, about how cool this game is. So hopefully next year when I get my tax returns, I'm gonna definitely pick that up. The PlayStation VR. So definitely worth it. Even though we're going to be getting another console soon and everything, and it's hard to say. Up next, they showed off Black Desert. This game looks very interesting as well too. Can't can't say nothing, for a trailer. It's a very, very good um, show off there. Um, Up next, they showed off Fall Guys. Game looks game looks really, really cool. Um, you get to play with a bunch of other players and everything, and looks to be online only. So not bad, not bad. It looks really cool. Up next, they showed off Lord of the Rings adventure card game, and nothing really to talk about there. It's just an adventure game, a card game. So, I mean, if you're into Magic the Gathering or, um, even the Yu-Gi-Oh games that they have out and everything, that sort of thing. If you're into that, by all means, go for it. And they're pretty cool. It's a nice little relaxer with your friends and everything. Very interesting. Only now to this time it's Lord of the Rings, so that's really, really cool. Up next, they showed off The Legend of Heroes: Trials of Cold Steel 3. Rolls right off the top of your tongue. Rolls right off of your tongue. Game looks very interesting. Nice little anime. A lot of anime at this year's E3, so it's actually really cool. Up next, they have Sniper Elite VR. For the PlayStation VR, and I'm actually excited that this game is finally coming to VR. So it's actually really cool. It's been a long time coming, and Sniper Elite is a very good shooter. So really, really good. Up next is Corpse Killer 25th Anniversary Edition. This has if you like Night Trap or what was that other game? It was like Night Trap, but it came out I think last year or something like that. But anyways, it was an anniversary collection as well too edition. And it's around that it was around that time. I think it was either the Sega CD or yeah, it was around the Sega CD time, where full motion video was a thing back in the day, and this is one of the good one. It's a shooter, of course, and it's Corpse Killer, 25th Anniversary Edition. Looks really, really good. So smoothed it out a little bit and looks really interesting. So yeah, that's pretty much all the game. There was like a lot of other games that I didn't mention in this lineup because of the fact that I've already mentioned them. So if there was a game that I haven't mentioned in this video, chances are I've already talked about it. So go ahead and look at all the other wrap up videos that I have. So yeah, this is episode 6. I can't believe it. It's like episode 6 of E3 week here on Channel X. This is amazing. This is really, really amazing. And so PlayStation had some games to show off. It is a letdown that they weren't there on the floor, that they weren't there doing a press conference or anything like that. Very, very disappointing. So it's tough to put them in there and in the best in the E3 wrap up, which will be tomorrow, Saturday, and which will be on Saturday. So it's kind of a letdown that I'm not going to be including. That's the only thing, is that I'm not going to be including PlayStation. From the list I mentioned off, you can look at the trailers for yourselves on their YouTube channel and everything. So I'm just pushing it along and everything. They had games to show off, and it was kind of a disappointment that that they didn't really want to be there. And so I don't know if that's gonna hurt. I don't think it's. Some are saying, oh, it's gonna hurt them for not being there. To be honest with you, they're not. They're not gonna be. They're not that worried about it. But it's just it is a letdown because they could have did something when they had their state when they did their state of play their state of play videos, kind of like what they're doing, what Nintendo's doing with the Nintendo Direct. They could have did something like that if they didn't want to be there. This way it's pre-taped, it's pre-recorded and everything, and you can just upload it the day the day of E3, and that would have been fine. It's like you didn't have to have an audience or anything like that. Just say, hey, this is what we're doing and what's going to be expected. I would be fine. I think a lot of people will be fine with that. But I don't know. It is really kind of a letdown to see that happen. That PlayStation wasn't there at E3 this year, and hopefully next year we will get to see them. So, but from the games they show, the games are pretty cool. Not gonna lie, but unfortunately, because of the fact that they didn't do an E3 briefing, it's really going to be tough to bring up who got best in show. So I don't know. So I have no clue. So, anyways, that's pretty much all the time I have for today in this video. Hope you liked it. Sorry for it being relatively short. Follow me on Twitter at TomDog247. Comment down below what PlayStation title you're most looking forward to. For this year coming into the next year. Let us know in the comments section down below. Ringy dingy that bell so you can stay notified on what I'm going to be doing next. And if you're joining this, if you're watching this video for the if you're visiting my channel for the first time, show some love and face hug that subscribe button. So we will see you again here on Saturday, where we finish up our E3 week with the E3 wrap up. We're gonna have what was the it's going to be who got best in show between Xbox, Nintendo, Ubisoft, Square Enix, Bethesda. Let's go PC. That sort of thing. We're gonna break them all down. What game was the best? What game was the worst out of the bunch? What was good on the briefings? What was bad about the briefings? But overall, who got best? And then after the big vote, who got best in show? So keep in tune for that one. I'm going to keep them posted with that, because you never know what time I'm going to eventually do that. So be on the lookout for that. So till then, this is Tom Dog saying take care, so long, peace. PlayStation.